It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Milwaukee Bucks as they go up against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total.
Folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off a good outing against the Knicks in New York. And I don't think I was the only one surprised, not just by their win, but guys, by what an emphatic win it was.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Mirotic out there with Terrell Wright. And it's Gasol in at the center position. Now Carter Williams. The dish to Henson. They set the pick. Back to Carter Williams. Monroe with a screen on Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Carter Williams dishes to Henson. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound by Butler. And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The three ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
Here's Chicago. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
You just have to admire the versatility they were able to display offensively.
Scoring came from every direction, all over the place. I mean, if one approach didn't work for them, they found another one that did.
Now here's Carter Williams following the miss by Derrick Rose. Carter Williams against Butler. Monroe, no good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Well, they gave him some room, and he just stepped back and nailed the wide-open jumper.
The Bucks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I had a chance to catch up with Jason Kidd. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lanes. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Fellas, I'll tell you, I was really surprised when Michael Carter Williams got traded last season. It's so hard to find point guards with his length and instincts. I mean, you just have to wonder what's going on in Philly.
On the subject of Michael Carter Williams, his assists went up last season. His rebounds went up last season as well. But, Greg, the one thing he can't seem to lock down is his shooting stroke.
Yeah, last season hitting just 38% from the field. You expect more out of him at this stage. But remember, this is a young player, and oftentimes your field goal percentage isn't necessarily a reflection of your ability to make shots, but more so your ability to take good ones. So shot selection, I think, plays a role for him as well. Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Bucks trail by 3. Monroe outside. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, pulls up, high post, and he hits the jump shot. Monroe's got his first points of the night.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. Monroe gets it done with that shot.
Middleton against Butler. Great D that time for Middleton.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
Bucks passing it around. Here's Here's Henson, and he banks in the layup.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Rose kicks to right. Pass to Mirotic. Feeds away. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Mirotic has got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Carter Williams with it. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Middleton the pass to Monroe. And that one's good. Monroe's got his second bucket.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Rose can't hit. Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's Carter Williams. 8 points his last outing. Six to shoot. Step back shot. Not enough on that one as it misses. Chicago trailing here. Rose goes in, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Rose has got 6. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Monroe's shot is good. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Now here's Wright. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And there's the pass to Butler. Back to Wright. This one for 3, and he gets it to go. Wright's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Carter Williams kicks to Henson. Henson sets a screen for Carter Williams. Again, Carter Williams missing.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now Middleton, after Darrell Wright's three-pointer that didn't go. Over in the corner, onto Kumbo. Rebound by the Bulls.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Mirotic the screen. Rose kicks to Butler. Back to Rose. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with the 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the 3rd player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other 2, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Jabari Parker comes in for John Henson, and it's Mayo in for Antetokounmpo. Both free throws good from Rose.
You know, in talking about D. Rose, I don't think the individual awards mean much to him. He's about trying to help his team win championships. And that's the kind of mindset he has to continue to display.
Bucks trail by 4. And here is Carter Williams. Fires, high post, and Monroe. Bucket on the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Rose. Drops it in from 11 feet. Rose has got 10.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Carter Williams kicks to Mayo. Gibson against Parker. Monroe right right side. Clock at 6. Outside for Carter Williams. Not really his range, and it's off target. The Bulls leading by 4. Butler goes in. Got a hand on it. Here's Mayo. The rebound by Gibson. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Rose kicks to Smith. From outside, off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Passes it to Carter Williams. Monroe up top. 17-foot shot on the way. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Monroe's got 10 points in the game.
Not much going wrong for him early here. Only one miss on his first 6 shots.
Rose dishes to Gibson. The feed to Smith. Fires for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Mayo kicks to Carter Williams. Middleton on the wing. Bucks passing it around. And stolen by Splitter. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Outside Butler. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now here's Parker. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And again, it's Craig Monroe.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career, despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
With the pause in the action, let's bring you the list of teams that have been lighting it up over the last 10 games. 4th, the Bulls.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
And the Bucks with some changes. Miles Plumlee comes in for Chris Middleton, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter Williams. Chicago also making some changes. Tony Snell comes in for Butler, and it's Clarkson in for Derrick Rose. Now here is Smith, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. We're talking about Greg Monroe, and Greg, you gave us a nice little synopsis. He doesn't have, Clark, the long-range jumper teams are now asking out of that position in this day and age in the NBA.
Yeah, more teams want that stretch power forward. He's not super athletic. Where he does his greatest damage is in the painted area. There's still value in that.
Here's Snell. Clock at 6. Here's Clarkson. And again, no good by Chicago. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Thiago Splitter. That is his first foul of the game. Bucks trail by 5. Now Bayless. He had 16 points in the win against New York. Pass to Mayo. 11 feet away, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Mayo's got his first 2 points of the night. The Bulls leading by 3. Clarkson passes to Snell. Splitter dishes to Snell. He feeds it to Gibson, and he gets it to go. Gibson's got his first 2 points.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here is Bayless. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. The Bucks need need to get a shot off here. His three-pointer's off the mark. Chicago's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. The drive by Smith. It's blocked. They recover it. Great open look there. Now it's a 7-point Chicago lead. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here is Bayless. Plumlee with the screen. Parker kicks to Bayless. Outside Mayo. Takes a three. The shot misses. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Parker, right side. Feeds to Bayless. From 10 feet out, and that one hits back iron.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Defensively, offensively, I think I'm better offensively than people give me credit for, and I'm stronger than I look. And that's something that I'm trying to prove this year, as I've been proving the last 3 or 4, so it's going to be fun.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but it seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
Yeah, that's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Jared Bayless is out there with Mayo. And it's Henson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Bucks trail by 13. Parker, a screen on Prince. Antetokounmpo kicks to Mayo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Mayo's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Bulls shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Left side, Gibson. The rebound by the Bucks.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
It's stolen by Smith. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Clarkson kicks to Gasol.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
First one falls for him. Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. Butler comes in for Smith. Both free throws good from Gasol. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Now Bayless. They set the pick. Kicks to Mayo. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Here's Clarkson. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Dishes it to Mayo. Shot off the screen. And it's Mayo again missing.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
It's Prince on the wing. He kicks it to Mirotic. The jump hook. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
He dishes it to Bayless. Henson with the screen. Bayless the pass to Mayo. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. 8 points for O.J. Mayo.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
And guys, when you look at O.J. Mayo's statistics over the past few years, nothing really stands out. But then you watch him in games, especially in clutch moments, and he can seem like the most dangerous guy on the floor. A scary, deep-range shooter who loves to take defenders one-on-one.
The Bucks shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
That's good from Bayless.
For Bayless, it was his 6th team in 7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score, he can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
Michael Carter-Williams checked in for the Bucks. Chicago also making some changes. White, he's checked in for Prince. And it's Rose in for Jordan Clarkson. And the leaderboard with some point guards who have been getting their hands dirty in the paint lately. Let's take a look at the top rebounding one guards of the last 10 games. Michael Carter-Williams 4th.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
Absolutely. I mean, that's no coincidence. The ability to have an impact everywhere on the floor, not just on the perimeter. I think that's what separates a lot of the great point guards from the good ones.
Talking about Jared Bayless, some thought he would be a star when he first entered the NBA, and he certainly had his moments, Greg, but inconsistency and turnovers have kept the lid on his progress.
Yeah, well, where I like Bayless is in spot plays. You need a lift, you need a spark offensively. You go see Jared.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. The shot is off. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
The Bulls have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. First free throw is good.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
He's perfect from the line this time. And with the ads on the jerseys, it isn't something that would sit well with the fans probably, but around the globe, almost every other league in the world has ads on their jerseys.
You know, the NBA has shown that they're willing to try new things with jerseys, much like they've looked at other issues. It started with the sleeve jerseys, and advertisements is just another area they're exploring.
From 12 feet out, and right with the basket on the assist by Rose. Wright's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Bulls.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum. And how's that for a move? The killer crossover is a thing of beauty.
Double team on Rose. Mirotic has a wide open look from outside off the mark. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Carter Williams with it. And the shot is long.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Rose in the post. Carter Williams covering. And the basket by Rose. Rose has got 12 points in the game. Now here's Carter Williams. Henson with the screen. Middleton against Butler. And here is Henson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Rose kicks to Gasol. Shot from 16. It's rebounded by Carter Williams.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Parker, a screen on Mirotic. Carter Williams dishes to Parker. 6 to shoot. Mirotic against Carter Williams. Carter Williams with another miss.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And he gets it to go. And it's 6 points for Nikola Mirotic.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continue to improve, effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
Whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. Derrick Rose was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game.
17-foot shot on the way. That's good. Carter Williams has got his second basket of the night.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Rose passes to Snell. Trying to find Mirotic, gets it to him. Rejected by Monroe. Here's Snell. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 4 on the clock. Offline with his 3.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now Carter Williams, 5 points in the game. Plumlee with it. Here's Middleton, and Splitter pulls it down. The Bulls leading by 13. Mirotic, a screen on Middleton. Rose kicks to Mirotic. Milwaukee with the rebound.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Stolen by Rose. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And it's denied. And it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Carter Williams. Some changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Miritich. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Wright. On defense, Milwaukee. It's a 13-point game. Gibson with the screen on Carter Williams. Rose attacking. He used that pick to get in close. Rose has got 6 in the quarter.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Now here's Carter Williams. Middleton dishes to Monroe. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept him in it.
Here's Gibson. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Bucks trail by 15. They set the pick. Middleton the pass to Carter Williams. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Outside Rose. The dish to Gibson. Tries from 10. Craig Monroe with the rebound. Monroe's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Pass to Carter Williams. From beyond the arc, count the bucket. Carter Williams has got 10 points in the game. The Bulls leading by 10. To the inside, here's Splitter. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Milwaukee ball.
And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. The Bulls in second, 5th best, the Bucks.
I mean, this is about hot shooting for both these teams recently. 2 teams playing with tremendous confidence. This sure makes for an exciting matchup.
We've got 1:28 left now here in the second. Plumlee against Gibson. Shot clock at 5. Carter Williams kicks to Plumlee. Middleton for 3. Can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And here's Rose. A 17-point game for him in the win against Washington.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air. And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Carter Williams dishes to Monroe. Plumlee trying to break loose. And it will go. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Monroe. Carter Williams again throws. Releases from 15. And there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Milwaukee. Bayless comes in for Chris Middleton. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Bulls. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Plumlee with the screen. Carter Williams the pass to Monroe. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Taj Gibson picks one up. The Bucks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
That free throw missing. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Tony Snell. And he sinks the second. The Bulls leading by 9. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the half. Clarkson kicks to Smith, and the pass to Gibson. They get a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. There's 10 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock at 6. Splitter sets a screen from deep. But they get it back. And we finished one half of basketball. It's the Bulls. They're up by 9. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. An outstanding first quarter for Derrick Rose. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Milwaukee?
Well, they just didn't produce enough offense. I don't know if it's because they were expending so much energy on the defensive end, but clearly they have to take a look at this. What plays are we calling? And how can we improve that? And they have to do it fast, because if they don't, this game is going to run away from them.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. And you know, Greg Monroe has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler is the 2. Mirotic out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Wright in at the small forward. The Bulls leading by 9. When you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Right. Henson with the screen. Middleton drives in. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Butler's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Pass to Gasol. Plenty of space. Off the left rim and out.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Carter Williams. The feed to Monroe. Gasol with the steal. Here's Butler. Milwaukee with the rebound. Carter Williams has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Carter Williams has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Milwaukee. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Rose passes to Gasol. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Monroe outside. The shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. Carter scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times. Here's Rose. He's got 16. Mirotic, a screen on Carter Williams. Puts up the baby hook. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Bulls have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. And that one falls for Mirotic. Parker's checked in for Monroe. And so Mirotic nails both of them.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Carter Williams again throws. A shot by Middleton, wide open. Chicago grabs the miss. Butler's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Rose. Down low, stolen by Middleton. Butler against Carter Williams. That is good. Carter Williams has got 6 in the quarter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Rose attacking. Knocked loose. Mirotic and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Carter Williams against Rose. The 15-footer. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And, you know, you hear everybody talking about Giannis's potential. I mean, look at the athleticism coupled with his measurables. I mean, that is just off the chart.
For Giannis, it's not just his physique and length. Clark, he moves insanely well for a guy that size.
Yeah, Giannis also might not be done growing, Kevin. How scary is that? I mean, you know, he could be a legit 7-foot shooting guard when it's all said and done. That would be something to see.
The Bulls making a switch here. Snell's checked in. No good on the second free throw. So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season, seem to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on. And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Carter Williams. He's right around 13 points a night, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
The Bucks have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
2 shots.
That's good from Henson. And he makes the first but misses the second. The Bulls leading by 9. And again, it's Derrick Rose. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Carter Williams kicks to Parker. On the shot clock. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
That's good from Parker.
And for Parker, he could have been in the Rookie of the Year running with his play, scoring just over 12 points a game and shooting almost 50% before the injury ended his season.
Second free throw, no good.
And even in the short glimpses of last season, you could see that Parker was the real deal. I mean, he had no problem finding ways to score. And even with his injury setback, he should be a great player for years to come.
Middleton outside. He feeds it to Henson. Kicks it to Parker. Dishes to Carter Williams. Puts up the baby hook. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Carter Williams has got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Rose dishes to Gasol. Stolen by Henson. Now the Bucks moving it up. Drops in the breakaway layup. Henson's got 5 now.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And Clark, those steals allow you to play in the open floor.
Here's Rose. Rebound, Milwaukee. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Bucks trail by 10. Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside for Carter Williams. And Gasol comes to help. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by Snell.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
And here now on the 2K leaderboard, the best distributors in the league. The point guards with the most assists per game this season. Derrick Rose third.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
And that's the thing to me. I mean, as exceptional as their assist numbers are, it's their leadership and that ability to direct their offense. That's what makes them stand out.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Plumlee is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Mayo comes in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter Williams. And Bayless kicks to Plumlee. The 10-footer. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Henson.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Left side, Gibson. You know what? And Milwaukee will come the other way. Now Bayless. Feeds it to Mayo. He kicks to Bayless. He dishes it to Henson. Poked away. Gibson with the steal. Here's Snell. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Snell's got 4 points in the quarter. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Bulls?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Now we've got a moment to see how the Bulls are doing rank-wise in the NBA. First in shooting percentage, first in lowest turnovers a game, and they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
And the Bucks making a change here. Monroe's checked in, and the Bulls making a change also. Prince is checked in.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this league.
And Bayless kicks to Mayo. Here's Monroe. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback.
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Out left to the wing. Pocket 6. Smith outside. The 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here is Bayless. To the wing on the left. Plumlee sets the pick for Parker. Dish now to Mayo. Bayless the pass to Monroe. 14 feet away. Monroe with another miss.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Clarkson with the ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Gibson. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Now, here's Clarkson. Atop the key, Prince. Pass to Smith. Top splitter. Here's Clarkson. Buries it from three-point range. Clarkson's got 7 points.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Screen by Monroe. Bayless dishes to Mayo. Inside and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Mayo. He's around 14 points per game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
Clarkson kicks to Gibson. Takes it off the glass. And now a 12-point Bulls lead.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Here's the screen. Screen by Monroe. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. No good on the 3. The Bulls leading by 12. Clarkson passes to Prince. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. The pass to Smith. Gibson the screen for 3. Kept alive. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Mayo. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Take a look at what Mayo's been doing. He's got 11 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Right, he's checked in for Tayshaun Prince. And Chicago shooting 47% from the field in the third. And Gibson kicks to Splitter. Passes it to Wright. Lets it go from 14. And he gets the jumper to drop. Wright's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
11 seconds left to play in the third. Out to Smith, and there's the feed to Clarkson. Off on that one. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The 4th quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Bucks trail by 10. Monroe is out there with John Henson. Then it's Mayo. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Bayless in at the point guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Shooting for Milwaukee.
And he can't get the first one. Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Inside. Rose gets a wide open look. No good with the triple. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Outside Mayo. Steps back and shoots. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And that was pretty. A beautiful move to set up the jump shot.
To the paint. Here's Gasol. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Outside Mayo. Again, Mayo missing. The Bulls leading by 10. And right, here we go. Here's Butler. Count it from 12.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Bayless dishes to Henson. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And that one is stuffed right through.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Outside Rose to the middle. Here's Gasol. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Bulls have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Butler on the wing, guarded by Mayo. Butler passes to Gasol. 5 to shoot. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Looking at the game for Gasol, he's got 10 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
And the Bucks with some changes. Chris Middleton's checked in for Mayo, and it's Carter Williams in for Jared Bayless. Both free throws good from Gasol. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And here is Carter Williams. Monroe right side. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Mirotic kicks to Rose. Right outside. Pass to Mirotic. He feeds it to Butler. 13 feet away. It's rebounded by Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Here's Monroe. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Wright's got his 4th rebound in this one. Rose attacking. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Rose has got 24.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Chicago calls timeout.
And when it comes to Michael Carter Williams, guys, I feel like people either love him or they don't buy him at all. I mean, he has the size, he's a good athlete, he plays hard. He's He's also had some injuries, and he's been very inconsistent at times.
So it's Chicago now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Kicks it to Rose. Dishes it to Gasol. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
That's his third personal foul. Shooting for Milwaukee. Pau Gasol. 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Gasol. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Antetokounmpo dishes to Carter Williams. To the inside. It's tipped and stolen by Mirotic. In transition, here come the Bulls. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 5th assist in this one.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. Antetokounmpo passes to Henson. Screen by Monroe. 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Mirotic. Outside Rose. Mirotic, a screen on Carter Williams. And finished off by Rose.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
Monroe with a screen on Rose. Carter Williams dishes to Monroe. Takes it from 10. Gasol with the defensive effort.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Rose against Carter Williams. Feeds it to Henson. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. 11 points now for Henson.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Wright against Antetokounmpo. And Wright kicks to Butler. Milwaukee with the rebound. Monroe's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee.
Well, with Steve Kerr and Jason Kidd both coming with no coaching experience over the last few seasons and also having success, I don't know, guys. Maybe we should throw our hat in the ring, but pretty impressive stuff.
That's not for me to do. I've already determined I don't want to coach for a paycheck, even if it is a big one.
The shot's good from Gasol.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. Drops in the layup for 2. Monroe's got 23. You know, you look at the coaching success for both Jason Kidd and Steve Kerr, both with long playing careers, championship experience on their resumes. Steve, in fact, Clark even had some time in the front office with Phoenix.
And don't forget about his broadcasting career either, Kevin. I mean, I think in both cases, though, you look at these 2 guys, they were able to come in and have immediate credibility with their teams and their playing experience, part of their preparation for being coaches.
Rose, no good. Bucks trail by 18. 11 feet away. And slam dunk by Henson.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA's such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And Middleton kicks to Henson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Looking at the numbers for John Henson, he's got 13 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Parker's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Bulls. That one misses. The Bulls leading by 15. Wright with it. Now defended by Carter Williams. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Darrell Wright.
The Bucks have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Parker passes to Monroe. He kicks it to Henson. Rose against Carter Williams. Rose with the double team. Middleton inside the 3-point line, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Knocked away. Gasol. And Henson pulls it down. Bucks trail by 15. Middleton dishes to Henson. Pass to Carter Williams. And Monroe kicks to Parker. The pass to Henson. The feed to Middleton. He dishes it to Henson. All alone. Here's Monroe. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Paul Gasol.
Shooting for Milwaukee, Greg Monroe. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Greg Monroe.
What a game we've seen here for Monroe. He's got 24 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
One thing about Greg Monroe, he is a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up, he can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer, and at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
5 to shoot. Back to Wright. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Now Carter Williams. The dish to Middleton. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight.
And getting back to Greg Monroe, guys, he made some subtle strides last season. Best rebounding average of his career, up to 75% on his free throws. And how about this little nugget? Not 1 3-point attempt last season. That tells you he's starting to mature.
That's good. 19 points for Pau Gasol.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Carter Williams can't get it to go.
And you know, with some people, they'll always find something wrong with Monroe's game. He'll never make the all-defensive team. He kind of looks like he's playing at half speed, but he produces, and he does it within the team compound.
And it's Butler missing. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 16-6 run. Parker passes to Carter Williams. For 3, Middleton, and he gets it to go. Middleton's got a bad guy to single digits for the Bucks.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Bulls.
They made the most of their free throw opportunities.
They sure did, Kevin. They shot much better, and that improved their confidence as a team. It was a team that believed they would make those shots, and that's just what they did.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And after losing the first of this 4-game season series, they've gotten their revenge tonight, evening things up 1-1 with 2 games left to play against the Bucks.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Derrick Rose. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Banked in off the glass. Rose has got 33 points.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Here's Carter Williams. No good. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, first off, congratulations on this win, pal. And tell us how you feel about the team's progress so far this year.
Well, we've done a lot better. We've done a lot better recently, and we want to continue. We don't want to get complacent. I think we still got ways to go and things to improve. But we're definitely doing a lot better than we were.
Always good to see signs of progress, pal. Thank you for the time. Gentlemen?
All right, Doris, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. The entire second half was just phenomenal. You could see there was no way he was going to let them lose. What are your thoughts, Kenny?
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.